morning, Lionhearts. Let's kick it off right. Good morning. Whoops, almost destroyed our sign. What's up, hombre? I hate to inform you that our vlog today will not include you. Well, I mean, you're in it, but when I'm gonna go vlog, I gotta go do it by myself because we are gonna go back. I haven't been here in a while, and I love this place. We're going back to the Valley Relics Museum because I want to buy myself a little belated birthday present. I want to get myself a Palomino t-shirt, and I'll tell you why I want to get it over there when we get there. Daze with Jordan the Lion, and my buddy begins now. Alright, we have returned.
Oh yeah.
Well, here we are, and there's the sign. And that's the shirt I'm gonna get. You might recognize that from Every Which Way But Loose, but it was actually a classic cowboy bar out here. Now, as you know, I'm a huge Nudie Cohen fan, huge. And they have a really great display case of a lot of his mementos, so I wanted to come take a look at that, of course. Of course, the boots. If you know anything about Nudie from my past vlogs, one of Nudie's traits was that he was so poor when he was a kid he never had matching shoes, so he would always make his boots for himself to never match, to remind him of his humble beginnings.
Did you ever watch that series?
I'll take a look at his mandolin. And there's his one of the original Nudie's Rodeo Taylor tags from inside the shirt. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but one of the customary things was for people that Nudie made any kind of wardrobe for, they would gift him a belt buckle with their name on it. So Nudie, this is the one from Dick Clark, and then here's the Clark Gable one. Pretty weird custom. You see the celebrity belt buckles. Look at the bill with Nudie on it. And then he's the honorary sheriff award up there, which is pretty cool. I never actually knew that. Honorary sheriff of North Hollywood. And then his record, Nudie and his mandolin. And then that one says John Duke Wayne. You guys probably know who that is. Now, a lot of this is the history of the valley, and it's all things that probably, well, Adam 12, you guys know what Adam 12 is, but I'm mainly showing today the things that I love about this place, and this room is one of them, this cowboy room. If you look up in the corner, they have a Knott's Berry Farm Ghost Town pennant, and then you've got one of the original wooden cigar store Indians. But look, Nudie's Rodeo Taylor, one of the original signs. Those costumes over there too, those are great. I love that. That whole picture back there. Sorry, you're wondering, why aren't you going any further? Because they have a rope. Sorry. Now this is cool. This is a Gene Autry exhibit right there. A little little aquarium case to Gene Autry, and those boots are actually autographed on the tip of them. You might be able to see. I'll zoom in here. And then that guitar. Yeah, Gene had a house in the valley as well. A lot of these guys did. Look at the very bottom. Eve Plum. Jan Brady. That's cool. I wonder whose door this is. Oh no, it's Eve Plum's door. Oh, no wonder. Holy crap. Whoa, that's awesome. That's weird though. That's weird. Did you ever know that Jan Brady had the Poke Smokes Dope sticker? Wow. That's nuts. That must be her dressing room door. Interesting. I'm guessing things like this are why they have this rope down here. They don't want people walking around through there. Now let's go in this room because I saw, just out of the corner of my eye, I noticed there was a Iron Eyes Cody wig. And Iron Eyes Cody was the crying Indian from all those old ads. But I know him because he was in Ernest Goes to Camp. There he is. Now, he's the one that they always talk about. They're like, he portrayed an Indian and everything, and yet his sister said that they were actually Italian. So, there you go. And then that is Walter Brennan's hat. Now look at all these. I've mentioned, I did Forrest Ackerman vlogs in the past. I've mentioned that. These are Forrest Ackerman started Famous Monsters of Filmland. And then there's a script from Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein, which I think, yeah, I was gonna say Bela Lugosi was in that. Lon Chaney. You can see their signatures on there. That's cool. And then for you Andy Griffith Show fans, Goober has got his own display here, including a Goober belt buckle. George Lindsay. Judy. Gooba Son sings George Lindsay Jr. Oh, there's one of the Goober hats. And a purchasable Goober hat. Now we're going to go in another room because they have, and it's one of the things I love most about this. Well, actually, check this out. I had mentioned, I'm not going to do it now because I'm actually going to be back, but they have a Jack Oakey wing. So the reason I'm not going to show you that is because I'm going to bring the person who runs his charitable organization. We're going to come out here together and we're going to do a vlog here. We're going to go in here because they have some of the cars that Nudie worked on. Oh yeah, Robert Redford, right when you walk in. And this is pretty cool actually. The guy that runs this place is here today. I've never been here and met him. I met him out at his shop when he got the Tale of the Pup. When he got that, he let people come out and check it out before they started working on it, so I met him then. Animaniacs. Now check this out. He's got a booth from the Brown Derby as well as some of the original drawings. So take a look at that. This is from the Hollywood and Vine one. And most of this is dedicated, you can see up here, to Jack Lane. Jack Lane was the guy who did most of the caricatures that were inside. For 37 years he did caricatures. You can see Norman Rockwell, Betty Davis. Back there, some of the Dodgers, Don Drysdale, Sandy Koufax. Pretty neat. This is awesome. We've been around each other, but there's always so many people we've never gotten to meet. And so today I'm meeting the guy who is the brains behind the Valley Relics Museum. And you were telling me that the space that we're in is actually temporary because you have a much bigger space somewhere. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, first of all, my name is Tommy Gelinas, and I'm the curator and founder of the Valley Relics Museum. And yes, you've been to my other location in North Hollywood when we rescued the Tale of the Pup.
Absolutely.
Which I have some interesting news on that. I'll tell you on the side. Okay. And then you can promote that when the time's right.
I would love to.
Anyway, we became a nonprofit 6 years ago. I've been collecting for about 18 years and preserving local history. A lot of vintage neon signs, BMX bikes, just all kinds of cool stuff. A lot of nudie stuff, of course. Yeah. And we finally decided to spread our wings a little bit. We've been here 5 years. We're going to move to 2 airplane hangars in Van Nuys, and it's called Propeller Park. And that'll be right around the end of September. We'll have a grand opening with lots of new neon and memorabilia and of course BMX bikes, but it's going to be a hoot.
So a lot of what I'm going to show them today will not only be over there, but much more. So that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and we're really excited, and it's really nice to finally meet you as well.
You too, and I love what you're doing, man. I wish more people, I mean, you not only have this museum, but you also promote like movie nights, classic movie nights, and all kinds of things, like tours of old movie locations. So, I mean, it's just so cool what you've taken the Valley and really made people remember how important it is.
Yeah, I think it's important. Instead of just asking for money, we want to give someone an experience and
Absolutely.
do things that we got to experience as kids, or people that grew up that didn't get a chance to experience, like drive-in movie nights, doing tours of all the famous movie locations in the Valley. So we're really hip to doing that by really creating a good experience for the community and giving back. And then when you purchase a ticket or a t-shirt, or you come to one of these events, we do a lot of free events and there's a lot of paid events, but when you come to like a movie night, like you're really giving back to the museum and allowing us to, you know, continue our endeavor and keep the doors open.
Absolutely. So I'm going to show them around a little bit.
Awesome.
So there's an old Bob's Big Boy sign, but this is one of my favorite things in the whole museum, the Bad News Bears stuff. Toby, I believe it was Toby, his mother kept all this stuff. These are like his costumes, photos from on the set. And of course we know Vic Morrow was in there. There's him with Steve Garvey. See, there's Toby's shirt. And he's now a, or at least the last I heard, he was a clergyman for where the Enchantment Under the Sea dance was on Back to the Future, the Sister Act Church. There you can see his little belt and a signed baseball from on set. I guess from what I understand, they had like some of the Dodger players came out there and showed them around and stuff. There's an on-set picture of all the guys with Walter Matthau, and then check that out. There's the dailies, kind of what they were going to be doing, the scheduling and everything. David Stombaugh, and then there they have his jersey and the back of his director's chair. I mean, it's just like the things that you can see when you come in this place that he's been able to. Isn't that crazy? That's the actual sign. I haven't been out to that baseball field yet, but I'm going to. I'm gonna rewatch the movie because and I'm kind of surprised I haven't went because I love the movie so much. But it's one of those things where I kind of want to save some stuff so that I'll always have something to look forward to. But yeah, I love that movie. Walter Matthau in that movie to me was just a miracle. Now let's go over. I want to show you some of the nudie car, if it's still here. Now here's a whole thing on nudie. There you can see David Lee Roth wearing a nudie suit. And then of course Nudie and Graham, which is just, you know, that's kind of how I found out about him. But here we have, this is actually the station wagon that Nudie made for his wife. And you can tell if you've seen my my vlog when we went to the Crystal Palace, Buck Owens had a car that Nudie customized as well, and it also had this horn. It also had the revolvers up in the front with the horseshoes. The interior is even the same. This is like the this is basically the sister car to the one that he made for Elvis and himself. So this was the one that his wife used to drive around. Now, if you go to my old video when I came here before, they actually let me kind of get real close and get in there, but I don't even want to ask today because for one, I've already done it, and two, there's a lot of people here and I don't want you know, them to have to feel like they let everybody in. But that's the original Palomino sign. And I vlogged that before when I did the Every Which Way But Loose filming locations, and we actually got inside there and you could see how much it's like the movie. But I'm gonna go back there. I just wanted to wait some time. I'm gonna go back and actually tell you the history of the bar itself, not the filming location, but how crazy and that whole life was at that bar, some of the stories that I've been able to find out about, and some of the people that perform there. Just to give you a little teaser, there was one night where somebody was heckling Johnny Cash and he like jumped off the stage and beat the guy with his guitar. Good times, huh? Look at this old display of old mementos, like kids' mementos. You got the Roy Rogers magazine and Hopalong Cassidy, Mickey Mouse Club ears. Kind of cool to see stuff like that. Davy Crockett, that's Fess Parker. Like I said, I don't want to show you everything, but I want to show you just some of my favorite like highlight things here, because this really is one of my favorite places in really the whole Los Angeles area. The only problem with it is, and just so you know, this particular location, and I'll ask him if it's going to be that way in the future, just so you know, it's a Saturday only thing. So I believe they open at like 10 o'clock in the morning and they close at 3 or 4. So it is a one-day-a-week opportunity. I just noticed this as I was walking past the David Stombaugh case of Bad News Bear stuff. There's a little letter telegram to him from Walter Matthau, and it's dated June 1st, 1976, and it says, "Dear David, thank you for your letter. I'm feeling fine and ready for another picture with all the kids. I guess you were the best player on the team, which is not saying much, but anyway, it is something. See you on TV or in the movies. Keep up the good work, Walter." Oh, somebody left their holsters. Oh yeah, nice picture of the Colonel. That's a pretty cool Jack in the Box sign. Is that Manny Moe and Jack? Now this, we'll get on the other side. Do you see that the sign says Nudie 1? What that is that was a little like stagecoach trailer that Nudie made for Roy Rogers. And you can see on the sign it says Roy Rogers and Dale Evans Museum. It's got that barrel on the side. That's kind of cool, right? Very Route 66. Then that was a historic taco place out here, Henry's Tacos. And then I know I've shown, you know, a lot of this stuff before, but a lot of people don't go back, and this is a much better camera. So you can see James Dean. I can't wait to see. You know, he and I were joking. I told Tommy this is pretty cool. That's some stuff from the Palomino. So the reason I wanted to come here today, actually, I was telling him is, and I was mentioning to you guys, there's a reason I want to come. I want to buy a Palomino shirt. I always buy myself one thing for my birthday, and this year I want it to be a Palomino shirt one size smaller than I am now, because since I'm going to the gym, I want to have that as my like success shirt. And I figure all the cool stories that are associated with the Palomino, that'd be perfect. Now I gotta show you this. This is like maybe my favorite thing in the whole place. Once you get to know all the crazy stories of the Palomino, you'll appreciate this more. But what they have here is they have the original golden microphone cable. Like pretty much every performance that was used. You can see right there, you got Charlie Rich, Johnny Paycheck, but I mean, people like Keith Richards used to go hang out there, Graham Parsons used to perform there, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. We'll go into that some other time. But, you know, since we're here now, I'll show you these cool things, and I'll probably reference this vlog in the future. Taped at the Palomino, the interview with Barbara Walters with Clint Eastwood. How about that? So if you go back and watch my Every Which Way But Loose vlog and you see the interiors of the Palomino, that's where that was recorded. How cool is that? The whole building is still pretty much the same. The interior, now it's like a banquet hall, but it still looks exactly the same, still laid out the same. And there's Lupus's uniform. It's even got his name up there. Now that is a historic sign from the Starwood, which is not from the Valley. That was actually a club in West Hollywood, and I'm going to do a vlog on that pretty soon. I actually want my friend Big Earl Skakel to be a part of that and talk about it, because he used to hang out at the Starwood. That was one of his like rock and roll hangout places, so I'd really like to get a first-hand account. Little 1984 Olympics remembrance right up here. Look at this side of the Volkswagen. You've got the moon landing on there. And I don't think I noticed this the first time I was here, but the fender is painted like the moon craters. I'm not touching it, but I'm close. And then this side has hot air balloons. And now I'm going to give you a little bit of a panoramic view of this room, and I think you'll understand just by looking at this why Tommy has to have a couple of airplane hangars. Now the other reason I want to get the shirt here is because he's making the shirts himself. I believe he owns a t-shirt print shop, and all the shirts that are available to be purchased here, he makes all these shirts from places that have been closed down that used to be around, you know, when he was growing up. So it's kind of cool if you ever wanted a vintage, you know, Malibu racing, like a Grand Prix shirt, you can get it here. Let's go take a look at the merch. Tacos sound good right now. What's up, Theodore? See, this is exactly what I was talking about. August 3rd, 4th, and 10th, and 11th, he's having Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Pee-wee, Back to the Future, and Selena. And I know in the past he's had La Bamba, and then in Halloween time he's doing Beetlejuice, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Hocus Pocus, and Christine. And if I'm not mistaken, he has Bob Romanus coming out from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I think he's going to be there, or maybe I saw that online, Robert Romanus. I don't know, I'll have to ask him. Now check out all the cool merch. This is what I was telling you about. Just about anything that you could have wanted from the Valley era, they remake it here and you can buy it. So what I actually came for, and you can order the nudie shirt that I got, you can order that online, but here I'm going to get that one. Moby Disc, the Knack. Check out those cool old shirts. Pioneer Chicken. I think OJ owns some Pioneer Chicken at some point. I don't even know what Munz is, but I want that just because it looks like Napoleon. That's awesome. Now they're making all kinds of money off me today. I looked over there and I go, how much is Nudie's album? They said $5. I go, oh yeah, sold. Give me Nudie and his mandolin. I gotta have that. Well, there we go. They were just telling me that Munz was a stereo store, and there's a shirt that shows it. And I noticed that one of the guys here was wearing a Valley Relic shirt, and I said, hey, do you guys sell those? And he said, we actually sell out of them too fast, so they're online. How about that? That's how cool this place is. All right, we're gonna take off from the Valley Relics. I love that place. And what's cool is he told me even they're gonna be here for like another 2 weeks, and then he said they're gonna close down, but no more than 2 weeks of close down before they reopen at the big spot. So pretty cool. And I did check, yes, I was correct. Not only is Robert Romanus supposed to be there, but some other people from the movie are supposed to be there as well. They just they couldn't advertise it just in case something happens where, you know, some of them can't make it or whatever, but they are expecting a few people to show up at that. So if you're a Fast Times at Ridgemont High fan or any of those movies, you should probably take a chance on going out there, because you very well will see people that were in the movie out there meeting and greeting fans. Well, I'm going to listen to this new Nudie album that I bought, and the very first song is You Are My Sunshine. I'm really glad we came out here today because I got a lot of insider info. I made a new friend, and he actually gave me a little bit of info on 2 places I want to vlog. Apparently the same person owns both, and he told me that he can help me connect with that person and maybe get into vlog them, so that would be really cool. Awesome CD, huh? Well, I think we're gonna call it, my friends. Want to give shout outs to Craig Kaboom, Anita Bergner, and Diane Lane. Thank you for sending a contribution to my channel, and I wish I could divulge some of the information that I found out off camera, but he's promised me that when that all starts to unfold, that he will give me access to share it all with you. But let me just tell you, something that I never thought would ever happen is in the works of happening. It's going to be exciting. Have a great night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and good... Let's not break the sign this time. Goodbye.